we are back with part 2 of our Spotlight series with Tim Chedester. I'm Nick, and I'm the owner of Days Grow By. And we've been talking about life coaching and some of the different aspects of what Tim does. Tim, I got a question for you. If I was going to hire a life coach, how long does it take to see some noticeable change?
Well, oftentimes it depends on the willingness of the client to want to learn, to want to understand, to want to change. Having said that, I've seen change in as early as a week for a client that I've coached over a 3-month period. But I've seen some noticeable change in just 1 week. It really doesn't take long if the client is willing to roll their sleeves up and dig in and get at what's going on and try to make some changes.
So with that being said, though, Tim, you say that it depends. It could be a week, it could be the first session, it could be a month. When you talk about the length of your sessions, in general, how long are your sessions? I mean, if somebody was interested in doing this, is it something they have to do for a couple hours? How long do your sessions generally last?
Usually my sessions last for an hour. All right, each individual session is an hour. And I usually coach someone for a period of 1 month at a time. I always recommend at least 3 months of a commitment. I'm not asking them to legally commit to 3 months, but I am asking them to consider committing to 3 months themselves for their own personal and professional growth. Because generally it takes 3 months to really solidify the goals and the objectives that the client has in place at the time, and what it is that they want to create. It takes about 90 days.
Right. Now, do you incorporate any materials or videos, or is it just, for the most part, is what you do is just like what we're doing right here is you're in a session talking to the person directly about what's going on, or do you have any additional tools that you use to help reach that goal?
I do have additional tools that I use. I have it's an assessment tool that I utilize, that I use with all of my clients. It's called the Strength Deployment Inventory. Basically what it is that, it's a behavior assessment tool that allows the client to understand and identify the predominant behavior style. Now, in doing that, it supports them in learning a little bit more about who they are, and also supports me in learning about them in such a way that I can ask better questions, so that I can work with them on their behaviors and understand the motivations, and hopefully get them moving a little bit faster. So that's a tool that every client gets. I also have some other paperwork that I have them do that they send back to me 24 hours before their session, so that I can go over that to see how it is that I want to coach them. That's pretty standard. But beyond that, I customize the coaching experience for each individual client by basically whatever it is that's going on, whatever occurs to me at the time. I may decide that I want to have to do some type of homework. It might be a vision board. It might be a short list. I might have to fill out index cards. I might have to go out the street and jump up and down 3 times yelling, "I'm excited." Whatever it is, but it's always based on what it is and what's going on with the client right now. And it becomes a customized tool that I can use to support the client to move them along toward what it is that they say that they want.
Tim, what exactly is a vision board?
A vision board. Well, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but one of the things, or one of the great things that we know in the personal development world is that people are visual. People learn through visualization. There's been just multiple studies done that bear that out. And what a vision board does
basically, it's like saying you're getting rid of that quote unquote stinking thinking that I used to hear from my grandma. You have all that stinking thinking in your head. It's almost like basically what you're saying is having positive reinforcement while you're going through the process.
Positive reinforcement. That's exactly what it is.
Got it.
And it taps into a couple of laws, of universal laws.
Right. All right, Tim, thank you very much again for coming on today. Really appreciate the insight you've given us on life coaching. You definitely opened my eyes to what a life coach does. I've had some knowledge of it, but to hear you kind of go into the process and what needs to happen for a person to change, it's really enlightening. So I appreciate your time on that.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.